Express Innovation Corporation AIC applied for registration with the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC. The AIC submitted its proposed articles of incorporation which reads, first, that the name of the corporation shall be Express Innovation Corporation. Third, that the principal office of the corporation is located in Sakurajima or Konahada Ward, Osaka, Japan. Ninth, ninth, that Haru Niko, a resident of Japan, has been elected by the subscribers as the treasurer of the corporation to act as such until after the successors is duly elected and qualified in accordance with the bylaws. That as treasurer, authority has been given to receive in the name and for the benefit of the corporation or all subscription contributions or donations paid or given by the subscribers as members who certifies the information set forth in the 7th and 8th clauses above, and that the paid up portion of the subscription in cash and or property for the benefit and credit of the corporation has been duly received. If you are the examiner, will you recommend the approval of the articles of incorporation explained? Answer, no. If I will be the examiner, I will disapprove the articles of incorporation. In Foreign Investment Act of 1991, Republic Act Number 7042, an act to promote foreign investment prescribe the procedures for registering enterprises doing business in the Philippines and for other purposes in Section 2, it states, Declaration of Policy. It is the policy of the state to attract, promote, and welcome productive investments from foreign individuals, partnership, corporations, and governments, including their political subdivision, and articles which significantly contribute to national industrialization and socio-economic development to the extent that the foreign investment allowed in such activity by the Constitution and relevant laws. Foreign investment shall be encouraged in an enterprise that significantly expand livelihood and employment opportunities for Filipinos, enhance economic value of farm products, promote the welfare of the Filipino consumers, expand the scope, quality, and volume of exports and their access to foreign markets, and or transfers relevant technologies in agriculture, industry, and support services. Foreign investment shall be welcome to as a supplement to Filipino capital and technology in whose enterprise serving mainly the domestic market. As a general rule, there are no restriction or extent of foreign ownership of export enterprises. In domestic market enterprises, foreigners can invest as such as 100%. Entity except in areas include in the negative list. Foreign investment firms catering mainly to the domestic market shall be encouraged to undertake measures that will gradually increase Filipino participation in their business by taking in Filipino partners, electing Filipinos to the board of directors, and implementing transfer of technology to Filipinos, generating more employment for the economy and enhancing skills of Filipino workers. Section 5, Registration of Investment of non-Philippine nationals. Without need of prior approval, a non-Philippine national, as the term is defined in Section 3 and not otherwise disqualified by law, may upon registration with the Securities and Exchange Commission or with the Bureau of Trade Regulation and Consumer Protection of the Department of Trade and Industry. In the case of single proprietorship, do business as defined Section 3D of the Act or invest in domestic enterprise up to 100% of its capital unless participation of non-Philippine nationals in the enterprise is prohibited or limited to a smaller percentage by existing law and or under the provisions of this act. The SEC or BTRCB, as the case may be, shall not impose any limitations on the extent of foreign ownership in an enterprise additional to those provided in this act, provided, however, that any enterprise seeking to avail of incentive under the Omnibus Investment Code of 1987 must apply to registration with the Board of Investment, which shall proceed which application for registration is in accordance with the articles for evaluation prescribed in said code, provided finally that a non-Philippine national intending to engage in the same line of business as in existing joint venture in which or his majority shareholder is a substantial partner must disclose the fact and the names and addresses of the partners in existing joint venture in his application for registration with the section. During the transitory period as provided in Section 15, thereof, SEC shall disallow registration of the applying non-Filipino national if the existing joint enterprise, particularly the Filipino partners herein, can reasonably prove they are capable to make the investment needed for the domestic market activities to be undertaken by the competing applicant. Upon effectivity of this act, SEC shall effect registration of any enterprise applying under this act within 15 days upon submission of completed requirements. In Lanusa versus Court of Appeals 454 Scrap 54 2005, it states the Articles of Incorporation has been described as one that defines the charter of the corporation, of the contractual relationships between the state and the corporation, the stockholders in the state, and between the corporation and its stockholders. There is no denying that the contracts of the Articles of Incorporation are binding not only on the corporation but also on the corporation but also on its shareholders. Secondly, Laureano Investment versus Court of Appeals 272 SCRA 253 1995. It states, a corporation has no right to intervene in a suit using a name other than its registered name. If a corporation legally and truly want to intervene, it should have used its corporate name as the law requires and not another name which it had not registered. Section 14 of Revised Corporation Code still requires that as a matter of form, the Articles of Incorporation should indicate the principal office to be a city or municipality rather than a corporate address. Nonetheless, Section 50 provides that the place of stockholders or members meeting shall be held in the principal office of the corporation as set forth in the Articles of Incorporation, if not applicable in the city or municipality where the principal office of the corporation is located. Section 50 also provides that any city or municipality in Metro Manila, Metro Cebu, Metro Davao, and other metropolitan areas shall for purposes of determining venue for stockholders or members meeting be considered a city or municipality. In Hyatt Elevator versus Gold Star Elevators 473 SCRA 705-2005, it states, there is no merit in petitioner's argument. The rules of court do not provide that when the plaintiff is a corporate, the complaint should be filed in the location of its principal office as indicated in its articles of incorporation. It is well settled that the corporation residence is its principal place of business as stated in its articles. Furthermore, the names, nationalities, and residences of the directors or trustees until the regular board members are duly elected shall be stated in the Articles of Incorporation, which can be in any number not less than one but not more than 15. But for non-stock corporation, the number of the trustees may exceed 15. Under RA 8799 or Securities Regulation Code, securities shall not be sold or distributed nor offered for sale as distribution within the Philippines without a SEC approved registration statement and with such substance as SEC may prescribe shall be made available to each prospective purchaser. Also, all securities required to be registered shall be registered by filing with the SEC verified registration statement, which shall be signed by issuer's executive officer, its principal operating officer, principal financial officer, controller, principal accounting officer, corporate secretary, or persons performing similar functions with a verified resolution of board of directors. Lastly, if at any time information contained in registration statement is as has become misleading, incorrect, inadequate, or incomplete in any material respect, or shall or offering for sale or security registered thereunder may work or tend to work abroad. SEC may require from issuers such further information as may be necessary to ascertain when to revoke. SEC may also suspended sale as or offer for sale of such security pending further investigation by entering order specifying grounds for such action and by notifying the issuer, underwriter, dealer, or broker known as participating in such offering. Source: Commercial Law of the Philippines, RBSI, Volume 3 by Ernest Law C. Salao, LLB, LLM. B. Commercial Law Reviewer by Cesar Villanueva. So that's it. That's our answer in number 10 in 2024 bar exam. So this is not easy problem. So to different people, this is easy. But I think this is a question that 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 must be guarded. Thank you. God bless and good day.